Today I'm speaking on hope. What are you doing about hope? Now I want to know, some of you, a lot of you talk about hope all the time. I hope tomorrow is better. I hope that this year is better than last year. I hope things come out better. And I want you to know, I want to ask you, what are you doing about hope? And I want you to think for a moment, what are you doing about hope? Hope without work does not happen. You have to work on hope. Hope just not going to transform your lives in one day. Your lives are transformed by your thoughts and your thinking. Hope is transformed by your thinking, by your feeling, and by your believing. It is something that you have to believe in your heart that will happen. Hope is a part of you. It is that God part of you that many of us don't understand, that it's a God part of us. When we want to say that we want to be better tomorrow, we don't think about it's that God part of us that we are transforming the thoughts with. We don't think about that it's that God part of us that elevates us to that point of believing what we say. What are you doing about hope? Now, some of you come here to the Spiritual Church and you say, well, I don't get much out of those sermons. I'm not having those sermons are not helping me on my daily lives. But let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you through hope. When you think about hope, do you think about natural laws, the laws of the universe, the law of forgiveness, the law of love? Do you think about those laws? Do you think about how those laws transform your lives and help you with hope? And do you think about that that's what we teach here, that those laws, those principles that we teach, the principles that we just recited together, that you looked at while we were reciting because we're on this kind of a Zoom? Did you think about that those principles give you hope? That those principles say there is no death, there is no dying, and those principles give you hope. Those principles says to you that you're in charge of your lives, that through your thoughts and your actions, you can transform your lives. Those principles give you hope. Because if you don't decide that and you don't think of that, then they don't bother with you. Those principles don't, they're just words that you've said, you've just utilized, you've not used in your lives. So you need to think about that. I think about this sometimes when you don't have hope. This lady just is saying, she said, I'm going to the upper room and I'm going to sit in the upper room and I'm going to meditate in the upper room and I'm going to pray in the upper room. So meditation and prayer is significant with hope. And so let me go over that again. When you hope is something that's dwindling, that you want to happen, and it seems to be dwindling and fading away, and you can't figure out how to make it happen. And you can't figure out if it's going to happen or not. And so you say, I'm going to pray on it. And so going into upper room means that you go someplace alone. You sit alone by yourself. You don't sit alone with people. You don't need your brother, your sister, your mama, your daddy, your mate. You don't need any of those people to help you there. You sit in that upper room by yourself. You sit in that room by yourself. So this lady said, I'm going to the upper room and I'm going to talk with my Lord. And then she goes to the upper room. She said she's going to pray and she's going to meditate. And so when this lady came out of that upper room, you know what she said? She says, everything is going to be all right. So You got to think that. You got to believe that. You got to, when you pray and you meditate, you got to live it. You got to say everything is going to be all right. I know I'm going to be good. I know the Lord is, this energy inside of me, this God inside of me is working. And I know this energy that I have released, this energy of hope. And I have released this energy of belief. And I have released this energy that's a part of me, this God's energy. Because there's no man out there to help me. There's this God inside of me. So you say that I'm going to release that energy. And I'm going to go. And I'm going to not worry no more. God's laws has been shared with humankind all through the time. We have just put God's laws succinctly for spiritualists in a different way. But it's all the laws that people recite throughout the ages. It's all the laws. So those are God's laws. Those are the laws of that we can say that we go back to, even though if you go back to Jehovah was talking about, I was reading, it was talking about hope. And Jehovah said to him that, you be silent. And said, hope, is man, it can't happen. You have to believe it in this, you have to believe that hope will happen for you. Hope is put into motion each day for each one of us as we go out into the world. Every day you go out into the world, hope is put into motion for you, what you should be doing, how you should be doing it. You need to listen to that voice. I love this, what I read last night. As I just was going over my sermon, and then let me just pick up a book and read something. And it said, you search for me with all your heart, and I will let you find me. Be persistent. So whatever you're looking for is within you. And I want to repeat that again. You search for me. You were in search for me. Now, when you're in hope, you're in search for something. You're in search for something to transpire for you for. And it say, you were in search for me with all your heart. And I will let you find me. Be persistent. Be persistent. So whenever you're looking for it, it is within you. Whatever you're looking for is within you. My sisters and my brothers, my family. We all should be in a area where we feel comfortable and feel that the things that we're looking for will happen for us. And so I'm not without you. And I want to say, it is not outside of you. Believe it and look and receive it. And I, in turn, when this, every sermon I write, I also internalize. I've been working on my legs for years. It's been about 5-6 years now. And I say, Marrice, it's inside of you. The hope is inside of you. Be persistent. And when that passage came and said, be persistent, I realized it meant work diligently, work hard, work often, not every month or every other month, but work often. Find how you can look and where you can look. Look in periodicals, call different places, go different places, move around, talk to people, be persistent. Don't let a day go by where you don't look at that issue in your life that you need to transform and you need help with. Find something every day that you can do to help transform that hope into reality. You have it, I have it, all of us have it. We all have the same God inside of us. And we believe, if we believe, look, we'll receive it. I say to you this morning, brothers and sisters, my family, It's such a joy always for me to be with you. It's a much better joy to be on Zoom, though, than walking through the snow or the cold. But it's wonderful to be with you. So I want you to know that hope is all alive. I think it's Jesse Jackson always say, hope is alive. Hope, hope, hope is alive. So I want you to know that hope is alive, and we can transform our lives. And before I leave, I want to tell you that Martin Luther King at one of his last speeches in Memphis. Memphis. I was looking at that. He was talking about the same thing, believing in hope. So I want you to know that my hope for me is my dreams. Your hope for you are your dreams. But my desire is for you to receive your dreams also. Bless you, bless you, bless you.